Hey guys, it's Kaylee here, and I'm reading Acts chapter 7, verses 1 through 10, okay? It's long verses, so let's get started. Then the high priest said, "Are these things so?" He said, "Brethren and fathers, listen. The God of glory appeared to our father Abraham when he was in Mesopotamia, before he dwelt in Haran, and said to him, 'Get out of your country and from your relatives and come to a land that I will show you.' Then he came out of the land of the Chaldeans and dwelt in Haran. And from there, when his father was dead, he moved him to this land in which you now dwell. God gave him no inheritance in it, not even enough to set his foot on." That's great. "But even when Abraham had no child, he promised to give it to him for a possession and to his descendants after him. But God spoke in this way, that his descendants would dwell in a foreign land, and that they would bring them into bondage and oppress them 400 years. And the nation to whom they will be in bondage I will judge, God said, and after that they shall come out and serve me in this place." Then he gave him the covenant of circumcision. And so Abraham begot Isaac and circumcised him on the 8th day, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot the 12 patriarchs. And the patriarchs, I googled it. Actually, I Siri'd it, and patriarchs means the male head of a family, like basically the leader of the family. And verse 9, and the patriarchs becoming envious, which I'm assuming is Joseph's older brothers, because he had a lot of brothers, and I'm assuming that that's his older brothers, because they were envious of him, because he was Joseph, the coat of many colors. That's what I remember him as. But he was the youngest, and his dad loved him and cherished him, and his brothers became envious of him. So let's read on. So they sold Joseph. They sold their own brother into Egypt, but God was with him. That's awesome. Okay, one more verse. "And delivered him out of all his troubles." God delivered him out of all his troubles. He was a slave, but God delivered him and gave him favor and wisdom in the presence of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he made him governor over Egypt and all his house. That's a lot to take in, but one little nugget that I got out of it was, even though his own flesh and blood sold him out, God was still with him. God never forsaked him. God was with him the whole time. And that is just amazing. Joseph went through a lot. He was a slave. He was in prison. You know, there was times where he could have stumbled and that he could have gave in and he could have given up hope, but God still came through and he still was with him, okay? So, all right. So we're almost at 3 minutes for this one, so I'll wrap it up. If God spoke to you in any way, text Tom, okay? All right. See you guys later.